impromptu video as I happened to be walking the wolf up the road from the cabin the other day and came across this pine tree that was emitting a ton of sap. And they do this as a defense mechanism against things like bark beetles and other boring insects, and as well as it offers healing properties to the damage that these insects do.
So today we're going to make pine tar pitch.
So you want to have a container, because this stuff be sticky, and just scrape off whatever resin and sap you can. It doesn't matter that it's dried and it's not fresh. And put it in the container. It's a nice big chunk.
You won't want to use your knife for this because it'll make it all gummy.
But any stick will suffice. Okay, well, we got a fair chunk, so we'll go with that.
Pine sap being an astringent substance that has antiseptic and anti-inflammatory properties along with being antibacterial, the sap that comes out of the tree provides the tree with a way to heal and seal off wounds while also preventing the tree from getting infections that could further damage it. This can also be applied to the mammalian wounds despite the fact that the sap has been rendered, but we'll get into that in another video.
And so we're going to take some of that yarrow powder from when we harvested in the previous video and roll our sap in it to increase the healing potential and properties of our pine tar pitch. You don't want too much because you want it to still remain sticky.
And you want to use a specified receptacle for rendering these projects because they'll get all sticky and gross, so you don't want to cook with it.
And you take all of your collected sap,
drop it in your receptacle,
and we're going to transfer that over to our fire.
Oh, we skipped a step. We forgot to light our fire.
We're at the cabin and there's tons of lighters, tons of lighters around, but we found this old Ferro Rod, so whatever, never hurts to practice. This one is so old that we're actually going to use the bladed side to strike. It's rather fickle given that it gets to a boiling point quite quick. It is best to render over charcoal, and given the complications I'm having today in this video, I've added a few drops of water to help it with its rendering process. And then what you want to do is you just want to move the stick around in the rendered sap and form a matchstick type head on the end. And then once it's cool enough, you can sort of wrap it around the stick and create a little knob on the end. And there you go. So once it's on there, it hardens pretty good. And it's going to be a little harder to crumble off. But given that we've added yarrow powder, among other things, it's going to come off a lot easier. So you can put crumble pieces off, and you can see how quickly it renders back down, but it dries just as quickly. A lot of people use this for sort of a camping glue or Woodsman's glue.
Given its incendiary properties, it's also a great fire starter for use in candles, torches, and it also helps speed up hematosis on a wound when it's in its gummy state.
As you can see, and larger amounts will adhere and solidify things even more quickly. And the nice thing about this little combination of putting it onto a stick is that you can easily just carry it anywhere. And these sort of like elasticized molly type webbing on my haversack work great for it. You can see the old one that I had is running a little low, so I guess it was good timing. See you next time.